I am Riva Makhani and I welcome you all to 5th video under our MERN Stack Blog Project series. And in this video, I'll be helping you guys learn how to create routes in Node.js as well as how to create models in Node.js. Basically guys, in this video, we are going to complete the backend schema of our entire blog project here. Now, before we start this session, I would request you guys to enable both the subscribe button and the bell icon for our Intellipaat YouTube channel. That being said, let's get started. So first of all, we will start by importing few things just like we have done for our user. So I'm copying all of these routes over here from our user to our Comment.js. Okay, so let's just recheck once. We have imported Express, we have used our router, we have imported user from our models, we have imported bycrypt, we have imported post, we have imported comments and verify token.js from our verify token file. Okay, so I guess these are all the files we need. First of all, whenever we are dealing about with the comment section, so there are few things. First, you will be able to create a comment. You will be able to comment on someone's post, and you will be able to update that particular comment, and you will be able to delete that particular comment from your account. But when you are looking at the third person's perspective, let's say I am creating an account and you are commenting on my particular blog, so you can edit, delete and create. Okay, and I only have rights to see that particular post, right? Or let's say comment. So the comment and the post will have the same kind of logic, but when we are talking about the comment, there are few options to update, create and delete, and the other one is to view. So all the things, all the functionalities will going to be same, just that the post have some more extra features and extra type of data fetching. Okay, so we will see that later when we will talk about how to create a post, but right now let's start by creating a comment. So let's say create, and just like we have done in the previous video, router.post, we are sending some data to the backend. That's why we are using a post over here. Okay, and over here we will write create is the endpoint. Okay, and we will also verify token first to comment on any post we have already done. Okay, so for that we will be needing verify token, and this operation will be async. Inside that we will have a request and response. See, I have already taught everything thing related to this in my previous video. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you guys to watch that particular video and then jump to this part. Okay, so inside my try and catch block, as I have mentioned that we use try and catch block whenever we are dealing with a backend, and try block execute the code. If it encounters any error, it jumps to the catch block, and inside catch block we handle the error. Okay, so let's say response.send status as 500 .json error. So till now everything is same what we have done in our previous videos. Okay, now inside our create comment, what are the things you guys think that will be needed over there? So first of all, we will create we will pass the data inside our body whenever we are creating any comment. Okay, and then we will save that particular part. So there will be two operations. First one is to create and another one is to save. So let's do that. First of all, I'm creating one constant variable over here, and in that I'm writing new comment like this is equal to new comment like this, and inside that we will just request dot body. So we have passed this data in our body. Now we will save that particular data. So let's say saved comment. So you guys might be wondering why I'm writing this big names for my variables. I can give short names as well, but the thing is whenever I'm debugging my code, it is very easy to debug this code. Why? Let's say your error is in saved. Let's say you have created a variable saved, Now you are wondering in which file I have created that particular saved variable and where the error is. So instead of that, writing saved comment will give you more idea whenever you are trying to debug. So that's why I'm taking name as saved comment, and in response we will set the status as 200, which is success dot JSON saved comment, like this. So we have completed our create. Now we will move to our update. So let's give update over here. Let's say update. Now in case of update, what are the things we need? So whenever we are updating anything, so first of all we will be needing that particular ID of the user, or let's say ID of anything, ID of the post or something like that. Okay, so inside that particular user's account of that particular ID, we will find that comment first, and then we will give them the option to update it, right? So for that, here the case will be similar like when we were updating the user's detail, right? If you remember, if you don't, let me just show you. So over here we are deleting the user. This is the update user, right? So over here you can see that we have put request, we have taken the ID, verified token, and inside that we are updating, we are checking the password, and we are updating the particular password. If the password is updated, in that case we are hashing the password again. But in comment we won't be using any hashing or salt or anything like that. We just be needing this part. Okay, so I hope this part was clear to you, so that the comment section is more clear to you. Okay, so here I'm writing a code for our update part. So let's say router dot put, and inside that we will take ID first. So how we take ID, backslash colon ID, and over here we will write verify token. Again it will be a sync operation. We will send request and response as a parameter, and inside this again we will have a try and catch block. Catch will have error, catch will throw error. So response dot status as 500 dot JSON error. Now inside our try block, what we will first do, we will save that particular updated comment in one variable. So let's create that first. Okay, let's move piece by piece with this. So let's say update variable, update comment, sorry, and here we will write comment dot find by ID and update. Okay, now in update we will write request dot params dot ID, comma, inside the curly braces I'm getting my set, body. So let's say first we have to request the body. So this body is basically the already written comment. Okay, and in another part we are giving new is equal to true. Now this code is going in JSON format. Okay, like this. Now after doing this much, we will set our response dot status 200 dot JSON updated comment, like this. So let me just try and explain you what is happening over here. So if you we have created first our updated variable. We have created a new variable. Inside that first we got the whatever was earlier written inside our body, and then we have updated with the new thing. Okay, and then we pass that particular thing inside our backend. So this find by ID, so it will find by ID and update whatever which is returned to it. Okay, so with this we have completed our update part also. Let's move to delete. So let's say delete tab. Now similarly the way we did for our user, we will do for our comment also. So over here again we will be needing ID. So I have just accepted the auto suggestion over here, and We'll also have this circle. Okay, now inside this, the usual try and catch block. This will have error and response dot set status 500.json, and inside that we will pass the error. Now inside our try block, what do you think we will be needing over here? So what we will do, first we will find the user by using its ID, and then we will simply give the command to delete it. So there is only one command you have to remember, that is find by ID and delete. That's it. You don't have to do anything over here. So first of all, we will await to get all the information. Then we will write comment dot find by ID, and you can see this update option, right? Now we will write delete request params ID. That's it, nothing else over here. And over here we will write response dot status 200 JSON, and inside this we will write comment deleted. Now we have completed with our delete part also. Now we have to fetch all the comments for the third party user or for the same user also. Okay, so over here I'm just writing get comment. Okay, so let's first create our router dot get now. Over here, whenever we are fetching the particular comment, so we want the comment of that particular post only. So for that we will be using a post ID. So let's say post / post ID. So whenever the user will be creating any post, we will also send the post ID to it. So this we will see in the model. Okay, whenever we will be creating our models, in that case we will see what are the things we need to add to our database. Okay, and how to add that, we will also see that. Now over here, now try catch like this. Now let's say response dot status 500.json error. Now inside our try block, what we will do, we will create one constant comment variable is equal to await. So this comment variable will contain all the comments. Okay, so I'm just making it comments, it will make more sense, right? Await comment dot find. Now what we need to find, we need to find the post comments by using post ID. So let's say post ID, I guess P was capital, post ID, right? Post ID colon request params post ID, right? Now we will set our response dot status as 200 and JSON we will pass comments over there. Okay, so we have completed our get comments as well. Now we will export this particular model. So let's say model dot export is equal to router like this. So we have completed our Comment.js as well. Now before moving to the post, let's first create one more folder which will store all the images which we are uploading inside our post auth. Okay, so over here inside my backend folder, you can see I'm creating one more folder and I'm just creating an empty folder over here. Okay, and naming it as images like this. And you don't need to do anything inside that. We will just move to our post now. Now similarly, we will create our Post.js. Right now I'm just closing this terminal. I'm copying this whole code because we are not gonna make major changes whenever we are creating the post. So as I have mentioned, the logic of post and comment is almost same when it comes to the database, but when we will see the front end and the models, at that time you will see the major differences. Okay, so I'm keeping everything as it is and I'm just making the changes. So first one, we are creating the post. So for the creating the post, I'm using the same route as a create, verify token, request response, everything is going to be same. And instead of this new comment, I'm just making it as a new post. Okay, as mentioned, for the better debugging. What happened? Okay, first of all, over here we're gonna need our new post first here, and here it will be post, not comment. Okay, so let's just write as post like this. Over here again we will write new post like this, and here it will be saved post. And here again we will change the spelling as post like this. Rest things will be same. Again here over here inside our update. So make sure you have made this changes. There are very small changes. This new post, here it will be post, and this will be saved post, and in JSON we will be writing save post. Okay, and here it will be new post. So that was the only changes in our create section. Similarly, for our update section, we will just change wherever we have written the comment to the post. Okay, so same, we will be needing the ID and everything. It's just that it's post, not comment. So over here also we will write post like this, and let's just check the spelling. It's P capital. So we'll write P capital over here like this. Here find and update, everything will be same. Okay, here it will be updated post. Let me just verify it whether we need to change anything else or not. So first of all, we have created one variable as update post, and inside that we have await post. We have done that. Request params by ID, everything is same. Body new true, everything is fine. I guess this should do. Okay, now similarly we will do for the delete. So inside delete, first of all we will fetch whatever the data is. So we will await for the post over here, then the data, then we also have to delete all the comments which we are getting on that particular post. So for that we also have to delete the particular comments. So here is the major change, because if we are deleting the particular post, we also have to delete the comments over there. So let's say delete many. So delete many is used to delete more than one things. Okay, so let's say post ID like this. Here also P will be capital like this, and colon request dot params dot ID like this, and here we will pass post delete. Okay, this is good. Now similarly for the get post, over here it will be post. Now whenever we are talking about the get post, so there are few things to keep in mind. First, there will be some post details, right? Then there will be all the post. So you have to show all the post on your front page. Let's say we are showing all the post. So for that we have to pass that particular endpoint, that is slash, that is home page, where you will be able to see all the post you have created, right? And then there will be a user particular post. So let's say in my account I have created 10 posts and I want to see what kind of post that I have created. So that post will be fetched using the user ID, and then the particular post whatever we are looking for. Okay, so there are three things. First, to showcase all the post. Second, with the whole detail inside a single post page, and there will be user specific post. So we will start by getting the post details. Okay, so for getting the post details, here I'm just keeping this as it is, or you can just remove this, because this we are going to change it. So I'm just removing this part, and over here I'm just writing get post details like this. For that we will create a router dot get, and we will get using the ID obviously. So let's say ID like this, and async like this, and over here we will request comma response, and arrow function, try catch block. These things are same only. Okay, status 500 JSON error. Now inside a try block. So over here we will get the post details by its particular ID. Okay, so let's say inside our backend there will be so many posts, and there will be so many details. So how can you get particular post detail? By getting the ID, right? So for that I'm creating one variable as post. This will store all the post details. Await post dot find by ID. So find by ID, and request dot params ID. Okay, now we will set the status as 200 like this dot JSON. Over here we will pass the post. Okay, so by doing this you can get all the post detail. Now get the all the post. Okay, so for that I'm writing get post like this, and for that the endpoint we will be creating is a home page. So for that creating one route, and it will be the get operation because we are getting the post, and slash, which represents our home page or the main page. The operation will be async obviously, request response. Now inside this again try catch block. Now inside try block. So first of all I need to find the post based on the filter also. Okay, so there will be two types of filters. First, a search one, and then some selected options will be given to you, and you can select that particular option and filter your post accordingly. Okay, so for that I'm creating one constant variable as a search filter. Now why I'm creating the search filter over here, or the variable over here? So that whatever the user is giving the data in the front end, it will also, I also have to pass that particular data to the backend to match that, right? So for that I'm gonna use regex. Okay, you can also call it as a regular expression. So you just need a basic regular expression knowledge over here. Okay, so I'm using a regex over here. Sorry. Okay, I'm typing this again. Okay, I'm using the basic regex over here like this, and inside that we will pass the query like this dot search comma options, and inside that we'll pass I. Now outside this search filter, what I'm doing is I'm creating one more constant variable as post. So this variable will store all the post which the search has returned. Okay, await. Await post dot find. Here it won't be by ID, it's just a find, and inside that we will pass that particular query which we have stored. Okay, so query dot search question mark if it is present over there. In that case, red search filter colon null. If it is not, we will return null over here. Okay, and in response we will set the status as 200, and whatever the post we got, we will pass that. Okay, over here here we have created post, so here I'm creating posts. Okay, so that it will be easier to resolve the errors. Now the last one, user specific post. So what do you think will be the logic for our user specific post? So first of all, we have to get the ID of that particular user, and inside that particular user's ID, how many posts are created, right? So what we will do, in case of the user, we will also keep one column of the post. So we don't have to do anything, we just have to find the user by using the user ID, and we will get the whole object of the post we have created. Okay, so it's very simple. Let's try to achieve that. Let's say router dot get. Over here the endpoint will be user, because we will already be using will be inside our user, and inside user we will have user ID and async operation, send request and response, arrow function, try catch block, response dot status 500 error. Fine. Now inside this I'll create one constant variable of the post. Okay, is equal to await post dot find. Now on what basis we are finding the post? On basis of our user ID. So let's say user ID column request params user ID, like this. Now we will set our status as 200 dot JSON. Whatever the post we got, we will pass that. And with that we have completed our post route as well. Okay, and we have already exported this particular route. So I guess we are done with all the routes. Now it's just we have to create the models for this particular routes. So here for now, for the instance, I'm closing all the tabs which are open, and we will just focus on the models. And why I'm thinking that I have created this particular files inside my models instead of my routes. Okay, so no worries about that. I'm just dragging this particular file over here, move, and the post file as well, I'm moving it over here. I'll just say no for this one, and I'll just rename so sorry. Okay, here also I'm changing the file's name over here, just making it to P.
post require models. Okay, now over here let's just check. Okay, I guess everything is fine over here. We just have to create 2 more files inside our model folder. Okay, so I'm just closing this routes and I'm closing all of these particular tabs which are open. So let's say close all, and inside my model I'll be creating 2 more files. Okay, so first of all it's Post.js. Again, I'm creating this file inside my routes. I don't want to do that. I want to create that particular file inside my model. So let's say Post.js like this, and over here Comment.js. Like this. So we have 3 models and we have to create this particular 3 models. Okay, so how can you create the models, or what do you think will be there inside our models? So models is nothing but a MongoDB schema. Okay, so what are the fields you want to store inside your particular schema, and everything is written inside our model. So it is very easy to write the models. I'll show you how to do that. First of all, we will start by creating our users model. Okay, so let's say const whenever we are creating a model, in that case we always have to use mongoose over here. Okay, so let's import mongoose over here. Okay, I don't really remember that we have installed the mongoose or not, so to be sure, let's install this again. Or what you can do is you can just move to our package log.json, and over here you will find all the dependencies. So if I'll just go over here and find, so over here you can see I have downloaded the mongoose, so I don't have to re-download it. Okay, fine, good for us, right? Now I'll close this package.json. So whenever you are not sure about the package you have installed or not, let's say you took 8 days to create this particular project or completing this particular series, and you forgot that whether you have downloaded the particular module when I was teaching or not, and you want to make sure of it, you can directly go to our package log.json, and there you will find all the dependencies written over. Okay, now to create a user schema, we will create one variable first, and inside that we will create a user schema like this. Schema is equal to new mongoose dot schema like this, and inside that we will pass our JSON objects. Okay, so first of all, this will be our name of the object, which is username, and these are the functionalities, or whatever you can say, the what kind of user name will be. So basically the username will be of our type string, so we'll mention that. So let's say string the is it necessary to give the username? Yes, obviously it is necessary, so we will write over here that required is equal to true. Now let's say the username should be unique, maybe not, so let's just make unique is equal to true. In this case you can use false as well over here if you want. I'm just making unique as true. Okay, so if the username is getting repeated, our website will not save that particular data, or not able to, it will not allow the user to go through the website. Okay, simply. Now email. Inside email, similarly, it will be type string, required, and unique. Okay, obviously the email address is going to be unique, right? No comments on that. Same, we have password. So let's say password will be string, because why I'm taking strings over here, so that we can store digits and letters together inside our password. Okay, so that's why I'm taking the passwords over here. And last one will be bio. You can skip this part if you want, but I'm keeping it. It's completely your choice. Okay, so if you want to add functionality of getting the bio, you can do that. And password I haven't given unique over here because maybe two people can have the same passwords, right? Two people can share the same kind of password. Let's say my password is 1234 and your password is also 1234. So in that case, my password is not unique. My password is required only. Okay. Now, after doing this much, I also want to get the timestamp of the user, particular user, when they have created the particular account. So let's say timestamp. Timestamp is equal to true, just true. I want the whole timestamp. Okay. Now, after doing this much, we will export this particular module. So let's say module.export, and over here we will write mongoose.model and over here we will pass user comma user schema, like this. So this is how you can export your particular schema. I guess now you know how to create your schemas and everything, right? Why this is showing that the values is never read? Have I make any mistake? Have I make any mistakes? Okay, let me just copy this particular part and I'll just paste that over here instead of this. Okay. Still it is showing it's unused. I guess there are no errors over here, but it is just showing that the user schema is not defined. If it does not work, we will debug it later. But right now, let's just create our Post.js. And in our Post.js, what are the fields do you think that we will be needing? So first of all, obviously, we have to give a title, just like the name. So let's create a post schema over here, schema like this, and over here we will write new mongoose.schema, like this. And inside this, first of all, we will give the title, then there will be some description, then there will be photo, a username, user ID, and categories. Okay, and obviously the timestamp. So everything is just similar, just that the headings, or you can say the name of the objects, are different from the previous one. Okay, here will be called. I'm just copying this particular part. Okay, like this to here. Okay, so I don't want any two blogs with the same title, that's why I have given unique over here. You can avoid that as well if you want. And I'm creating DESC for my description, like this, colon object, and inside that I'm giving type string, required true, unique true. Okay, everything is true. Now similarly, we will have the photo over here, photo like this, and over here inside photo. Now inside photo, the type will be string, required. Yes, photo is required, and photo should be unique, not necessary. People can use the same photos for my particular blog. Okay, now username, name is required, not necessary be too unique. Now there will be user ID. Why I am taking username and user ID? Because I want to organize my post in such a way that the particular user can see his or her own post. Okay, so that's why I'm mentioning the username. Whenever I'm storing the data inside my backend, I'm storing my user ID and username, everything inside my backend along with the post. So that's why I'm taking the username over here, also the user ID. So let's say user ID. So we have seen how to filter the post, right? Over there we have used this particular user ID. let's say type will be string and required will be true. Now after the user ID there will be categories. So there will be certain categories of blogs we have already seen when we have seen the demo, and if you don't know what we have created in the demo, I suggest you all to watch our first video of this particular series and you will get the idea how beautiful product we are going to create. Now inside categories, the type of the category will be array. Why array, if you will ask me? Then let's say I'm creating one blog of on basis of MERN Stack development, let's say. Okay, and that particular MERN Stack development blog will also belong to the full stack development, right? That will also belong to the React, that will also belong to the Node.js as well, right? So that's why I'm taking multiple categories on one block. Okay, so we will give the option to select the particular categories as well, but that's why I'm creating the type as array, and over here we will store the timestamps as well. So let's say timestamp, and we will make this as a true, just like we did earlier. Now after doing this much, we will export this. So let's say module dot export is equal to mongoose dot model. Over here we will first take posts, after that post schema. See over here it didn't give that the post is not used and everything. Okay, post is declared but not used, but I don't know why in case of the user they're giving that the user is not declared. I don't know, it may be some glitch or something which is happening over here. Otherwise we have written the same thing inside our comment as well and the post as well. Okay, now okay, I have by mistakenly written comment inside the post. Okay, so let's say let's cut this and paste it inside post. Fine. Now last model we have to create is comment. So I'm just closing this down because I'm messing with the code. Okay, so as usual, first we will import our mongoose. So let's say const mongoose. See, whenever you are coding, it's okay to make small errors here and there. Okay, it happens with me all the time when I'm coding. When I was creating this particular project, at that time also sometimes we write the wrong logic, or you can say inefficient logics. It happens, but coding skills come with the practice. So let's say you were creating some project and you fail at completing that particular project. It's not important that you fail. What important is you try to create that particular project, and the most important part is you will try creating React projects and there will be some point you just want to give up on it. Just don't do that, because whenever we are starting with any coding, let's say any kind of coding, let's say it's a competitive coding or web development, anything, you will always face some challenges and then you will always feel like giving up. But trust me guys, don't give up on this. When I get the most happy about all of this, when my code runs successfully and it actually makes an impact. So just don't give up on it. Now inside our comment schema, let's start by creating a comment. So what kind of data should comment hold? Comment will hold whatever the comment we are typing. So let's say I'm just copying this particular part because I don't want to write this again and again. Okay, it's okay to copy paste though whenever you are coding, but not the whole code. Come on. Now first one we will have a comment, then we will have author of that particular comment. So let's give author over here. Author will be required, not unique. Now comment will be having two more things, which will be post ID and user ID. So post ID of the particular post, the third person is commenting on, and the user ID of that particular person who is commenting. Okay, so this author will have the ID of the person who has created the post. Post ID is the ID of that particular post, and user ID is the ID of that particular user who is commenting on it. Okay, so I hope this schema is clear to you. I know this sounds a bit confusing, but I guess it's not that difficult to understand as well. Okay, post ID will be string and required. Okay, similarly I have user ID, that too will be string and required. Again, we will have the timestamps over here, so we'll give timestamps true. After this we will export this, so let's say module dot exports is equal to mongoose. What happened? Mongoose dot model comment schema. You can see this auto suggestion coming up over here. Okay, like this. So with that we have completed our models as well. So now the only thing left is to add this particular models and routes inside our index.js. So right now if you will run this particular part won't work. Whenever you will add this particular file inside your index.js, then and then only it will work. Why so? Because whenever we are hitting npm run start, it's only firing our index.js. So if you want to try that, I can show you that as well. So let me just open my terminal. So let's see new terminal, and over here I am already running my backend. So if I just close this particular backend and if I rerun this particular code, so let's say npm run start, and over here you can see my node1 is starting. Node1 started, index.js app is running on port 8000 and database is connected. So if I'll just move to my browser, let's say I'm getting this ID, and let's say localhost 3000, and I'll move to the 8000 from here only. See on 8000 like this. Okay, so it shows cannot get. Fine, they haven't written anything, nothing to get. Now what do you think if I'll just write post over here? It will show me any post? No, because there is nothing to show. Why there is nothing to show? Because we haven't written this particular code inside our index.js. So to make this run, we have to write that particular code inside our index.js. So if I just complete my code inside my index.js, in this page you will see the blank page. You won't get this cannot get message as well. Why? Because we haven't created any post, nothing to show, so none. I hope this is clear to you. Now let's move ahead and complete our index.js, and with that we will be completing our whole backend. So inside my index.js there are few things we have to create over here. Okay, starting with the middlewares. So what are the middlewares? Middlewares is nothing, they just handles our request and response. So let's do that. So whenever we are creating middlewares, we basically do it with the .env config and everything. Okay, so over here I'm just mentioning middleware, and over here we will be writing the code. So right now I'm just killing the terminal, closing it, and over here we will start by using this particular image folder, so that we can upload image or get the image or to get the path of that particular image. So let's first do that, and now let's write app.use path of that particular folder. My folder is right inside my backend folder. So Index.js is also inside my backend folder. So that's why I'm just writing /images. You can see it over here. Express.static. Now we will get the path and we will join that particular path. What happened? Path.join. What is happening? Okay, path dot let me just write the whole thing. Okay, path dot join. Then we will give the directory name over here. So underscore dir name tab, and I'm removing this particular part, and I'm giving /images, and this won't be add, this should be comma over here. Images like this. Now we will also .log course. Like this. Now after that we will pass all the authentication over here. Okay, so let's say app.use, and to do that we will use cookie parser. Okay, now we will add all the routes. So let's say app.use. First one will be, let's say API /auth, comma auth route. Like this. Now I'm just copying this particular part. Okay, so in my keyboard, Control D is to copy the line where my cursor is. Okay, so you can also set up this particular shortcuts when you are working with the VS Code. You can just directly go to the settings, and from here you can see this keyboard shortcuts, and from here you can change your keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so right now let's move ahead. Instead of this auth, I'm making user as my another endpoint. So let's say users, then I have the posts like this, and then I have the comment. Comments like this. Now after this I also have to change this particular part. So this will be user route, then this will be my post route, and this will be my comments route. Now after this I'll write the logic to upload an image. So let's say img. Now we are uploading this particular image inside our folder, which is present inside my disk storage, right? So for that, let's say constant storage is equal to, remember we talked about the multer in our 2 videos back whenever we were setting this particular backend environment. So we will be using multer to upload image and to get the image. Okay, so let's say destination, and over here we will make our request response call. So request comma file comma fn. So you can directly copy paste this particular code from our multer documentation as well, but I'm just choosing to write this particular code, and this is the similar code which is present over there. Okay, so you can refer this particular code as well if you want. You can also refer the documentation. So let's say file name colon request comma file comma fn fn. So inside the body we will be passing our whatever the image we got. Okay, so in the body I'm passing this particular image. Now this is how we get the image. Now we have to upload that particular image as well, right? So we have stored our image inside our storage named variable. Now we have to upload this particular image. So we can upload the image using the multer again. So let's say const upload is equal to multer, and over here we will use our storage colon storage like this, and over here we will write app.post. Now we have to send this to backend, so that's why we have to write API slash upload. So this particular API, so whenever we will be throwing this particular API, the uploading process will get started. So when we can upload this particular image, when we have stored that particular image inside our storage named variable, right? So if you directly write slash upload, so this will not work because we don't have stored any kind of images over there. Single, and over here we will write file comma. Why single? Because I want only one image per post. Request response now response dot status 200 dot json image upload successfully, image uploaded successfully. Okay, all right, so I guess we are done with our backend. I don't think anything is remaining. We have created all the auths, we have created all the endpoints, and we have seen how to create the particular backend. So if we want to test this particular API, we can test this API inside our Postman tool. So let's move ahead and try to test this particular APIs which we have just created. So I'm just launching my Postman over here, and again, if you don't have Postman, you can get the Postman by downloading it. I have shown you from where to download the Postman. So I'm opening my terminal again, and I'm running my particular backend server so that my API starts running. Okay, you can see it says the server is crashing because there is no path.join. Okay, let's resolve this particular error. So this error is coming over here. Let's see what's wrong with it. So it says path.join images and express.static. Okay, it's not path.json, it's path.join. See, that's why I don't trust more on this auto suggestions. Again, it's giving me an error. Why? Okay, let's try to resolve this. Okay, there is some error over here. Path is not defined. It says path is not defined. Didn't we define the path? We didn't. So we have to define the path. Over here we have to say const path require path, like this. Now we also have not imported our cookie parser and everything, so I completely forgot to do that. Let's do that. So let's say const cookie parser is equal to require cookie parser and we also have to download this particular things also. Okay, we haven't done that, so we will do that. And we will have auth route is equal to require is equal to require dot backslash from our routes slash auth for our auth route. Similarly, I'm just copying this 3 more times, and over here we will have a user route slash user over here, then we have comment, or you can say post, and here it will be post. Over here it will be comment route, and I'm removing this particular route from here, and this will be comment, like this. So I guess we have got all the routes, right? Okay, so we have to install the cookie parser and the path. Okay, let's do that. So I'm just closing this particular terminal. You can see it is still giving the error because the module is not found. You can see over here cookie parser is not found. Let's get the cookie parser. Okay, so I'm just opening another terminal, cd backend npm die cookie parser. See, it's still not finding some modules. It's module.comment where route user.js. So inside this particular route, this will be small c. It cannot find comment.js. Why it cannot find comment.js? Let's say comments.js. Fine. / verify token. Again, it's crashing. What's wrong? Have we exported our models in comment.js? Yes, we did exported this. Okay, so where it cannot find? It cannot find inside a post.js, this post.js. Okay, it cannot find comment model. Okay, let's change this / the comment.js. Fine. Now tell me, now give me the error, I'll solve. Cancel. I'll just write rs over here to restart the server. Okay, it's again giving me the error. What is the error over here again? Now inside my comment.js, it cannot find the comment. I don't know why I'm getting this error, because everything I have written is same only. Okay, so I have made the spelling mistake when I was writing the comments earlier, and it was not able to find that particular folder. Okay, so everywhere I have to make the changes. So let's do that. It's okay, we will do it. Inside my routes, comment.js, I have just resolved that particular error. Okay. This is creating error. Now you can see my server is running on port 8000, database is connected successfully. And with that, we have successfully completed all of our backend functionalities, and I don't think there is anything left inside our backend part. We will also test this particular API when we will create the front end, and we will make the connection of our front end with backend, and we will also test all the APIs using Postman as well as using our front end application as well. So in next video, we will see how to create our front end functionalities, and we will see how to create our components, how to connect our backend with front end and everything in our upcoming videos. We have already created our few components, and we have already created structure for our particular application, and in next video we will be completing the components and pages, and we will be adding a lot more functionalities, and we will be creating exciting UI. So for that, keep following this particular playlist, and I'll see you guys with the next tutorial. Till then, keep coding. Tada, bye bye.
Just a quick info guys, Intellipaat offers a full stack developer course which enable you to learn tech stack from both front end and back end. Through this course, you will gain hands-on experience with the skills and technologies such as SQL, Java, data structure, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Node.js and React under the guidance of industrial professionals. With this course, we have already helped thousands of professionals in successful career transition. You can check out the testimonial on our Achievers channel, whose link is given in the description below. Without a doubt, this course can set your careers to new heights. So visit the course page link given in the description and take the first step towards the career growth with the full stack developer course.